Well, boys, it finally looks like it's time to talk about 007 First Light. Oh, I mean a 007 First Light. In any case, what are we currently thinking? Did you see the trailer? I saw the trailer, and, well, it does look kinda sus that it resembles a Max Payne game from 20 years ago. The graphics seem all over the place, and the combat arguably does not seem that really fluid or good in a lot of situations. But the combat itself that was displayed, that wasn't necessarily that bad, I guess. The one woman that we got to see was definitely modern day audiences tier. So, it's not looking super good for 007 First Light, but then again, maybe this is no overreaction. We really can't tell just yet. It's a year until its release. Well, less than a year, I guess. But it's really hard to say at this point.
If you can't say something nice,
get the hell out of here.
What is up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the audaciously adamant Dr. Disaster, and I have heard some people talk about the gameplay footage of 007 First Light that we have been shown thus far and how it was pretty rough. So there has been speculation that with only a few months to go before the scheduled release, the game might get pushed back.
I'm fixing it.
Let's look at one particular clip.
Yeah, this is kind of the same exact graphics I remembered from playing the old Hitman games from 20 years ago. It is. It's literally that. This is how in my head those graphics look like. But in any case, there's definitely no way to say that these graphics are up to par with any modern day standards, honestly. Unless this is an indie development studio with, like, I don't know, a 10K budget. In that case, I guess it's acceptable, but
which has been making the rounds on social media because it's just chock full of stuttering and motion blurs and that sort of thing. They really can't
I wouldn't even say it's stuttering. It's just also how absolutely rigid these animations are. Like, look at this.
And motion blurs and that sort of thing.
The motion blurs, yeah.
They really can't.
Look at this. The jump. I'm sorry. Is it Strawman jumping, or what the hell is going on there?
Release the game in this state, and it's actually a bit surprising and alarming that it was shown off like this at the State of Play. Let's look.
But they got Tom Cruise. By the way, the fact that you just crouch down and it's fine, that's hilarious.
Never a dull moment. Ready to go.
They do have appropriate music. Yeah, I'm really not sure that's how gravity with the crouching works. Oh, that was so bad! He actually got clipped and the character just got moved. Holy hell, we're back to the 2000s, boys.
Sounds broken.
Most likely, sir. I'll bet it was something nice, though.
Now that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been pushed back to late 2026, maybe IO Interactive will be okay with moving the release date of their game back by a few months. To be fair, this clip that I showed you was shown initially a few months ago at the PlayStation State of Play, and it is quite possible that IO Interactive will be able to fix what they have going.
No, it's very, very doubtful. If this was shown at the last State of Play, I'm not actually sure if it was. I don't follow that much the James Bond game. But if it was shown in the last one, that means they're not fixing it. They're just probably not. Maybe they freshen up a little bit, but yeah, They're not fixing it.
On with this game, but do you want to know what doesn't inspire much confidence? This shit right here. IO Interactive has a creator program where they are rewarding the people who are the most sycophantic.
Oh, based. Literally pay to win. Where do I sign up? I mean, I'm never signing up for this, boys. I'm never doing that.
With access to a free game key of their game. This is everything that is wrong with the gaming industry and how studios communicate to the gaming.
Now, I'm pretty sure Luke Steffens, Mr. Matty, Skill Up, and many others are very, very happy about this opportunity.
Community, and it explains the behavior that we see from all of these so-called professional critics.
You're the biggest brown nose I've ever seen!
Damn, boy.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like. I talked about this phenomenon, but I hear it a lot, so
Damn.
a chapter on the video timeline, but I do need to keep on saying this because the amount of people telling me. Anyways, let's take a look.
Wait, there's two separate things. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. This is how you shill it, boy. Okay, listen. I'm a competitive shill expert. Okay, it is what it is. Boys, listen. Like the video right now, takes less than a second. I greatly appreciate everyone who does it. And if you're on a mobile device, then hype it up. Why not, honestly? It takes less than a second. And if you think this stuff is important, then definitely like the video right now. Thank you for everyone who does it. Your actions do matter, and this helps out me a lot. Thank you.
This creator
See, that's a little bit better.
Program of IO Interactive, and keep in mind that this is precisely the sort of thing that game journalists and all the content creator shills out there assure us constantly doesn't exist.
I love when you introduce like a character like this. It's like, okay, we need a strong, independent woman. She can't be hot, but let's not make her like terribly ugly this time, okay? Let's give her just half manly face features, okay? Well, let's not go all the way. Let's go half the way, and that's how we're safe from any sort of rightful criticism.
Constantly doesn't exist. They tell us that their opinions are genuine, that they actually believe that all of the
Wait, no, this is not Tom Cruise.
That they praise is quite good, but this program that IO describes is a bit of a tacit admission that in reality all of the opinions of the critic class are bought and paid for. And now the game journalists always like to argue that nobody
I'm the critic class. Why aren't I getting paid for?
has ever given them any money for any of their opinions. So, in order to be clear, what we mean by that is that these shills are given early and exclusive access to new hot games under the condition that the coverage that they get is favorable. But here is the tweet which alerted me to this going on with First Light. Scouter V on X wrote, IO Interactive has a creator program that forces you to make content in order to get a chance of getting a review key. The more quality content you make, the more points you get. On top of that, they review every video, meaning you can't criticize anything or you're out. Do not trust anybody who is part of this program to provide meaningful, truthful content. And then, attached to his tweet, he shows a screenshot of the creator program that these guys at IO Interactive are describing, and it is a really bad look for the industry as a whole. Let's read what they have to say. On the left-hand side, IO Interactive says, thanks for checking out the IO Interactive Creator Program. This is your chance to stay closely connected with everything across IOI's world-class game lineup. If you want to be among the first to hear about new projects, announcements, trailers, demos, and creator opportunities, you're in the right place. So to be clear, That is the carrot on the stick, of course, because as everyone knows in these spaces, the best way to get all those sweet, sweet clicks when a new game comes out is to be among the first people to review it. The later that you are to that party, the less chance you have of drawing in the massive crowd of people who are clamoring to get their first view of an anticipated release. I mean, it's just common sense. Once again, the game journalist types swear up and down that nobody pays them, but they are being disingenuous and willfully misinterpreting what is being claimed. What they are paid with are the perks that IO Interactive just described in this creator.
By the way, this is true, and I find it personally hilarious that these people have moved down the ladder so much that they're no longer getting actually paid real money for saying good things about the product, which was the good old times, by the way. You could get paid and it was all fine and dandy. No one even knew. Nowadays, it's like, okay, you need to do these things for us, say these good things about us, and then maybe we're gonna give you something for free, okay? Something that doesn't really cost us any money, but maybe you're gonna get it, maybe not, who honestly knows. Anyway, just go on ahead and do it. It's such a downgrade. The shilvars are literally erased to the bottom in the most purest sense. Soon they will have to pay the companies for these privileges.
Program right here. They have spelled it out in black and white, showing us that this thing, which totally never happens, trust me bro, actually does happen. That really helps explain why we see discrepancies in reviews like this right here. On Metacritic, as an example, Dragon Age...
You keep Veilguard's name out of your mouth.
The Veilguard got an 82 out of 100, but gamers scored the thing a 3.9 out of 10. Or take Star Wars Outlaws as another example. That game got a 75 out of 100 from the journalist class, while gamers scored it only a 5.5 out of 10. There is just a...
Wait, there was... You know what's funny about Outlaws? It's the fact that that was Ubisoft's most expensive game thus far. Because the marketing for that thing was... I don't remember what was the speculation, but the marketing speculations were alone reaching up to 300 million. That's kind of insane for just marketing, okay? And everyone knows that it was an absolute disaster. People still meme about how bad that thing looks.
General trend whenever a corporate AAA game comes out that it pretty much always gets at least a passing grade from the game journalists out there, and it is extremely rare that a game journalist score ends up being lower than a score from gamers. That really indicates that yes, these people are clearly influenced by something to give games a higher score than your average gamer. Some of that discrepancy could be attributed, I suppose, to being just generally out of touch, because let's face it, most of these people who work in games journalism aren't really gamers, and in fact, they proudly admit it. They throw all kinds of insults at gamers and make certain that there is a distinction between they and the lowly, unwashed masses. But anyways, let's read the rest of this creator program description that IO put out there. Over on the top right, it says, rewards will be distributed across the contributors with the most points. The number of winners depends on campaign-wide engagement. Creators who earn 100 points but just miss the top cut will be entered into a raffle for a chance to win a game key. Points are cumulative across eligible events, and then Scouter V underlined this next part. All videos are subject to review and validity checks to earn points. In other words, they will watch what you are saying, and if they catch even a whiff of negativity from you about their game, you aren't earning any points. And let's face it, you'll be blacklisted. I was watching the...
Man, I want to participate now.
Pixar movie Ratatouille with my kids the other day, and of course in that movie there's that food critic who serves as the source of a lot of the movie's tension because he was so influential that he could ruin a restaurant's reputation if he...
Yeah, that's how I remember it too.
He gave a bad score. He was set up as being antagonistic toward the restaurants, but that is absolutely not the nature of the relationship between critics and developers in the gaming industry these days. That is the natural relationship, mind you, between a craftsman and a critic, but in this industry, it has been perverted. These days, gaming critics defend games from gamers. That is an extremely telling fact.
True. And it's kind of hilariously stupid, I ain't gonna lie. It is actually really funny how they do that. In any case, I don't know. There is a chance, I guess, that this could be good, but that chance is kind of slipping through my fingers as we literally speak and get more information about this. Man, everything that looks bad at first glance is bad most of the time nowadays. It's actually kind of insane. Well, as I say, always judge a book by its cover. 99 out of 100 times you will be right, and that one time you're actually wrong, it probably doesn't even matter at the end of the day. So there you go. Anyway, that was Dr. Disaster. 10 out of 10. Bye.